yeah.
Had this flight tracker up front. I think I flew out of Chicago.
Anyway, that's what was on my mind.
We ever got the paperwork taken care of for the?
That was the
They
worst
said they received something.
thing ever.
Could I change the channel, please? I got you put in so you can
reader.
order something.
Yeah.
Told them what you needed to start with. but I'll get you in
I
touch
think
with the
about
right
other
guy.
stuff. And I'm flipping the pages and I don't
That's
even
the
know what I
same-
read.
That's the same way with me. I had a book by my bed, and I mean, I must have read the
think
same
they came
chapter.
about a week ago.
You know,
After
I
work,
started,
the guy came
and well,
and said he
back when I was
received
working, I
something.
had so many
I don't know
journals
if
and
you're
stuff
in
that
yet.
I figured I had to read to keep up with. Pleasure reading
kinda
was
feel like
nothing, so I
we're moving
had,
at the
I
speed
remember, what book was it? I think my daughters bought me the Da Vinci Codes, and it took me
It's
like
been
a
going on
year and a
and
half to
and
read it.
my coaching guys keep saying, hey, we gotta get the
I'd read the
PLCs.
same page
And I'm
over
like,
for
yeah, well, I
about
gotta
5
get
times.
the-
Yeah,
Like, I'm going to
exactly.
bed.
I'm
Forget
with
it.
you.
It's not gonna work.
Lay in bed and read the same paragraph 3 times.
It does help. We go to sleep though.
Okay, Teresa, you ready?
I think so.
We're ready. Let's call to order this meeting of the City of Washington Board of Public Works, Tuesday, March 24th. Roll call, please.
John Vidmer,
Here?
Brad Mitchell,
Here.
Mike Radetick,
Here?
Steve Struber,
Here.
Al Bar,
Here.
Joe Holtmeyer,
Here.
Austin Horsecamp,
Here.
For the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, all. Thank you for coming on this beautiful day. Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Thank you very much. Priority item, this other item's not a priority. It's under the regular wastewater or
Yeah, this is, the
any,
wastewater one.
any priority items?
Not really priority, but I do want to talk to you guys about something, that may either come to this board or it could come to the city council. We have a developer that's developing some, property over off of Fox Crest over by our new fire station. They have been requesting and continuing to request for the city to allow them to put in a irrigation well for that development. We do not allow that. We will not allow that. We actually have an ordinance that says you can't do that. I just want to give everybody a heads up. They've been pushing real hard on it. Every time I say, no, you can't, it seems like somebody else asks me the question if they can. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that, that there could be a question pop up as to why they can't. They can't because, well, first off, we have an ordinance against it. Second off, we're in a wellhead protection zone with the city of Washington, meaning you can't just drill wells in the city of Washington random willy-nilly. Plus, it's a revenue loss. If we would allow this development to put in an irrigation system, then we'd have to allow everybody else, and then we'd lose revenue, so. Anyway, just a quick, I just want to give you a heads up, there's conversation about it. It's not something that's happening, but anyway, just want to give you.
So, short question, probably a short question with a hell of a long answer.
Probably.
What about the precedent that was set with Mercy?
That's why we have the ordinance. That is only an emergency well.
Okay.
They cannot use it for daily usage, they can't use it for anything. It is an that was an
That's a
emergency
pretty quick
situation
answer.
setup, so.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So,
Thank
anyway,
you.
just want to give you guys a heads up, just in case the conversation would come towards you guys. It's not allowed, it's driven by ordinance, plus also by wellhead protection and some other things, so. Okay, that's it.
Okay, well, let's see. So wastewater, we did get some information,
Late?
yeah, late, but we got the information. I think everybody's got it at their seat as well.
Yes, yes.
You wanna
they should
take
have.
us through that?
Yes, so, this is something I meant to get in the budget, on the agenda. I missed it and thought about it at like 2:00 in the morning on Sunday. Our influent flow meters at the wastewater treatment plant. Now, we've had this discussion and we've talked about it, how things are starting to fail because of the age of the plant. These influent flow meters are what they call mag meters, which are magnetic flow meters. They have all but one has failed at the treatment plant. Mag meters in the design of our treatment plant are not designed in the normal design way of a mag meter. Mag meters are supposed to have what they call full pipe, 24, a full pipe design where liquid stays in the pipe all the time. The way the treatment plant's designed, they don't stay full. Probably some of the reason why they went out. So it's just not a design that we want to go back to and just replace in the same design manner, because the next ones would go out in X amount of years. So we did some evaluating of the system. We have the ability to monitor the influent flow, which we have to put on record for the Department of Natural Resources. That's part of our operation. We got to monitor the influent flow. There's things out there that we can use the current channels that we have. And here I put in my letter, there's a thing called a partial flume. And what that does is that takes the flow and it restricts it down and gets it into a pre-designed flow pattern, and you put a sensor over top of that, and then it gets the reading. Well, that restricts the flow of the flow coming into the plant. So we did some more research, and we found a laser meter that actually uses laser now to get the flow readings, and it doesn't touch the sewer. It'll be completely out of the flow line. We feel that that would be the best investment for the future of the plant, is to have something that's not touching sewer. It won't fail right away. Are they gonna have their own problems? Sure, they will, but they won't be due to the sewage being on them in contact with it all the time. So, that's what I'm asking for, is these flow meters that are the laser ones. In here, I put in the dollar amounts of of everything we looked at, to try and accommodate this. These laser flow meters come in at $57,221. They're easy installation. We can do it in-house. We can install them in-house, and the company that's selling them to us will come and assist us with the installation by advice, not by manual work, and they will also start them up for us when we get them installed. So it's something that one way or the other, we need to do something. The department feels that going this route would be the best way for longevity and for accuracy, is to use these laser levels, flow meters.
So, if I followed you, we could put a replacement in cheaper, but we could look to the future and get out of the water with the laser and have a better system?
Well, it wouldn't be cheaper, because the number I have in here, the 43,971, that is just for the flow meters. That's not installation.
Okay.
So that number would increase immensely for the installation. So you're probably, I don't even know what the number would be for installation, but if you look at the partial flume, the installation cost of the partial flumes was $63,238. So because you're working in a hazardous condition, wastewater, the installation dollar amount goes up immensely.
Yeah.
So the laser flow meters are the most economical as far as purchase if you add everything together, because we can install them in-house.
Okay.
We don't have to pay for installation on it. And
So
they
my
will
math-
also last longer.
My math doesn't say that, and that's why I'm confused. 3 at 57 means we're gonna be at 171, 663,
Well,
right?
no, that's for all three of them.
Okay, so it's not 3 at,
Yeah,
it's,
that was my bad.
Total.
It's 3 total, yeah.
makes a
Sorry.
real easy
Yes.
decision for me then.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's what I was trying to back into.
I
I
will
thought we were
correct
looking
this.
at a
I noticed
budget
that this
amendment
morning
here.
when I was
so-
looking at it. I will correct
Okay.
this for the council meeting.
Yep.
So I apologize. Thank you for catching that also. But yes, that is total for that amount without labor, because we'll do it in-house, so.
So then what's the item budgeted at 133? So we're way under budget?
Way
Is
under
that what
budget,
you're
yes,
saying?
yes. Yes, because when I budgeted all this, I budgeted for the flow meters and then for an unknown installation cost,
Okay,
so.
good answers, good questions. Any other discussion, any other
I move we go with,
other need to know?
I move we go with the laser flow meters.
Second.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So, we agree to go ahead, Kevin, and move ahead with the project and make your proposal to the council.
All right, I appreciate that, and I will make sure I get that fixed in the council letter. That question doesn't come up.
Yeah,
And I do apologize for getting this into you guys late. reason, other than I just forgot it, so.
Okay, what else have we been doing at the treatment plant?
Well, it's a treatment plant. We're still working on the influent gate for the influent pumps that need to be replaced, the last two. We have a rod. The way the gate works is there's a operating mechanism at the top. There's two stainless steel rods that go down to a big gate at the bottom. The gate on the east side wouldn't close right, so the guys did what they normally do with any valve to try and close anything. They cranked it down, well, the rod bent on the stainless steel rod bent. So we're trying to get that replaced. I did get a proposal from Vandeventer to do it. It was right at about $57,000. I'm not questioning it, I'm just verifying that that's a good number. So we're waiting on getting some costs on the stainless steel, because I'm gonna verify, I wanna see what the cost of the stainless steel. They're odd shapes, so it's not just you can go to anywhere and buy it. So I'm waiting for some numbers back on that before I proceed on that. It's just a lot of money to pay, so I wanna make sure that it's a good number.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of companies that do that kind of work, so, you know, again, we're working in wastewater, hazardous, you got all the situation going on there. But anyway, so that's where we're at on that. It's
well,
just,
all in all, you
number
talk
gathering.
about the wastewater and the maintenance items. All in all, are we doing okay with our maintenance funds compared to how much we're spending on various things, or?
Yes, on the wastewater side, I've been working with Tammy with finance on getting some information together for you guys on the water side, for our rate that we discussed before that we need evaluated, so we're starting to work on that. She let me know on the wastewater side, we're doing very good on the wastewater side. Much better than the water side. So on the wastewater side, yes, we're doing really well on the operation and the maintenance side of it. We're actually gaining revenue on that side. Because we try to run as tight a ship as we can. We don't just, go out and do what we think we can. It's about running as tight as we can no matter what. But on the water side, that's a little different story. So something that we'll have to have a discussion about once I get more information. I don't want to start anything right now because I don't want to mislead you guys with numbers. But anyway, so
Okay,
answer that question. We're doing really good on the wastewater side.
yeah, good. Any questions, anything else on wastewater? If not, we'll move on to water. Pure, clear water. Well number 9.
Yes, this is we're continuing on with the projects of upgrading all of the well controls, and all the wells. The majority of our wells were the original control design of the 60s, 70s. So we're bringing everything into the 20s era, and we're making each well controller exactly the same. So when we need a part, we know exactly what part we need. So this is just another well. We've already done well 7, well 6, well 4, well 8, well 3. We're doing well 9. We've got 9, 5, 10, and 11 to finish up yet. So we try to do one every year to get that done. So this one here, the last couple years, we had nobody that would bid against Vandeventer, just because Vandeventer is a one-stop shop, meaning they can build a panel, they install the panel, they wire the panel, they do everything. Where anybody else, they could build the panel, but then you had to hire an electrician to come and do it, and the cost was always way too high for them, so they didn't even bid it. This year when I went out, Flynn Drilling actually has a whole new electrical company they're working with that can do this kind of work, so they was able to bid again this year. They did well 7 for us, and then they couldn't compete after that. And they came in low bid this year on it, so still it's running at, let's see if I can find it here, 49,000 I think was their bid, and Vandeventer's was like 51 I think, or something like that, but wherever it's at in here, here we are. Yeah, Vandeventer was 51,320, and Flynn was 49.
49,993.
Yeah, 49,993. So it's good that we was able to have another company come in and give us a bid and give us a little better price, but it was also good kind of to see that Van Deventer wasn't really gouging us on price of panels also. So it was a good competitive bid to get. Flynn Drilling can do the work. I'm very confident they can. Like I said, they actually was the first panel that we put in was with Flynn Drilling, and it's working great. It's the same panel as all the rest, so just asking for the approval to move forward with Flynn Drilling to upgrade another one of our wells.
All of the, excuse me, is this new technology compatible with the SCADA system and the
Yes.
recording?
Yeah,
So
everything's.
we know when they're on, we know when they're off, and all
Yes.
that jazz?
Know when they're on, when they're off, when they fail, when they don't run, when somebody leaves them in hand and they run all night. Yeah, we get all
I
that.
guess
Yes.
that notifies you or
Yes.
summons your crew to say, hey, we got a problem.
Yes, it does. Yes. It's all important. It's all cost. If it runs all night, that's
I
cost.
knew you would do that, but you know, sometimes we get new stuff and say, oh, now it's gotta get an interface that we don't have, you know.
And I
that's happening.
appreciate the questions. I appreciate the questions.
We have a recognition today.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So I know in a couple of meetings, I had said that we had put 2 people through the Missouri Rural Water Association's apprenticeship program. It was sponsored, we sponsored it here in Washington, so I was able to put 2 people through it. John and Dylan both went through it. Dylan went through on the wastewater side because he didn't have we do it, our crew does water and wastewater both. We're not just water employees and we're not just wastewater employees, so we cross over continuously every day. So it's always good to have them cross-trained. Dylan cross-trained on the wastewater. He graduated from the apprenticeship program with a wastewater license, which is the top of the level of wastewater licenses, which is great. John went through the water side because he had a wastewater license but not a water license. John had to take actually 2 tests, one for treatment, which was a different test, and one for DS3, which is what we are, DS3 operations. John had to take 2 tests for it, and he graduated with passing both tests and getting his license on both sides. So
Wow.
it's a great thing. I wanted to let you guys see him. You guys want to come up and say anything about it? I know a little bit about the class. You don't have to if you don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, 5 minutes each, no. But I just want to let you see we have 2 employees that were more than willing to further their education in water and wastewater. It's a very important thing for the city that for the residents that we have highly trained employees that continue their education to be able to provide the quality of service that water and wastewater can provide. I also want to use this as a tool. I would like to get your approval. I didn't put it on the agenda. This is more of a conversation, and I have talked to Darren about it too. I'd like to put every 2 years. It's a 2-year course, so every 2 years I would like to put in the budget to be able to send an employee if they would like to this academy, to this apprenticeship program, so they can be trained in the right direction of how to operate a system, whether it's water or wastewater. Not that we don't train good, but this takes them more in-depth into the operations.
So it's a 2-year program?
It's a 2-year program, yes. They go, was it once a month for 2 days? Yeah, 2 days, once a month, they go to it. Like I said, we was very fortunate. They used the fire training center, so I was able to get these guys into it. I don't know exactly the dollar amount, but I will pass that on as soon as when I get that. But I'll work with Darren and the budget side of it to get that in there, just so that, because I think it's a very important thing that if we have an employee that wants to learn and wants to stay with the city of Washington and improve themselves, this is a great way for us to do that, to give them some great recognition and training knowledge, so.
Good. Is this something, Mayor, that you'd put maybe in the newsletter and the water bill?
Absolutely, John.
You know, I don't know, but we ought to publicly recognize this as to what the department's
Yeah,
doing.
I was really hoping the paper would be here. I actually have
I
pictures.
took a couple of pictures, but
Yeah, no, well, I've got pictures of them receiving their certificates at the conference and everything. I'm gonna put that in the paper.
Good.
But I wanted to bring them to you guys first before I put it in the paper and let you see. It's something that,
Congratulations, fellows.
it's something that we don't do, enough of, I think, in the water and wastewater side is talk about our employees and what they go through and what they have to do, you know, to ensure that our water quality and our wastewater quality is as good as it is. So, anyway, that's it.
thanks, fellas,
Dylan
for
and John,
participating.
they did a great job. I'm very proud of them. It wasn't easy. It was a lot of work for them. They had, on-hour training that they had to report. They had classwork they had to do, studying, you know, so it wasn't.
So now you can ask them how to do certain things because they got the latest?
Yeah, you bet. You can always learn something every day, so yes.
Exactly, that's exactly right. All right. Thank you. Anything else on water?
I think before you move on, I don't know, did we vote to approve?
No,
I don't think we had a motion and a vote on
On what?
the well
on the
control
well,
panel.
no.
On the wells?
We kind of bypassed that.
Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, sorry about that. So, do we have a motion for Kevin to proceed with the,
So moved.
Second.
moved and seconded? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries, so take that money and run.
I'm not running. I'm here.
Okay, that's good. Thank you, Al. Other business? Old business, anybody?
One more thing yet, real quick, before we go. Next month, I will have a representative from Tanemic Paint here to, talk about Clay Street and Enduro. Give you guys an update on where we're at. It's still in the plans to be taken care of, but, I think it's time that they show up and it's spring now, so it needs to be done, so they're gonna come and kind of explain, whatever they can explain on what they didn't find wrong with why the paint's coming off the tank.
Is it still, is more still peeling?
No, it's got to a point where I think it's stopped now, but, Crestview, our Clay Street is worse than Enduro. Enduro is kinda, one of the two. Anyway, one is worse than the other one. I don't remember which now, but anyway. There's no, they can't figure out what happened. There's no chemical study. They've tested the paint, they've tested the primer, they've done every test that they suppose they can do, and they can't find a reason for it to happen. Everybody that's looked at it, supposedly Tanemic had a total of 30 years of experience, or 40, whatever that number is, where they add everybody's experience together, and nobody has seen this happen before. So Washington's always got to be unique, I guess, you know, in that.
We're
But
the trendsetter, that's right.
yeah,
Maybe-
but anyway, but the good thing is it's getting taken care of. The city will not pay a dime for it to be repaired. So that's a plus, which we shouldn't anyway. We had nothing to do with the failure, so. But anyway, but Tanemic is standing behind their paint, which is a good thing. That's why you use a company like Tanemic. They do stand behind their product. So anyway, they will be here next month or a person will be here next month to have a discussion over it.
What are we doing down on Front Street at the park? 'Cause I seen there's some pipe and digging going on.
Oh, they're redoing the flag area and all that stuff, so they had to move the water line. So KJU is doing the water line replacement, and they should have it done today, I think. Dylan, have you been down there on that yet? Down here, down at the riverfront where they had to move the water line? They should be finishing up with that today. And we'll pull a sample off of it and then run it and get it to the lab, and they'll, but yeah, it's just a
Thanks.
project down there, so that's it.
Tax proposals, anybody in this room not aware of our tax proposals coming up? Or have not been to a presentation in any of our clubs?
A presentation or four,
I'm sorry,
or four. A lot of the guys have seen it a couple times.
I know.
Did we get an endorsement, I guess, from, I think in
We
the
sent
past?
you an email endorsement from this board,
So we're
yes.
good. Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, the board members agreed to endorse this, so we're on the we're on that list. You know, the important thing is to talk to friends and enemies and anybody in city limits to get out and vote, because this is one of those, in my mind, it's one of those issues where there's not a lot of positions being voted on, you know, you guys, the mayor and stuff like that. And so quite often, it's the people that don't want something that go to the vote against it, so we need to make sure that we come vote and endorse it. That's the way it's gonna pass, so spread the word.
On the day of the election, if everybody can text 10 people to remind them to vote, that would be
That's a good
greatly
idea.
appreciated, because then a lot of people forget about voting. I think a lot of people are for the tax, but if we need them to go to the polls.
Yeah, yeah, good idea, Joe.
Thanks.
So, without any other discussion, is there our next meeting scheduled for Tuesday, April 28th? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned, thank you all.
Thank you all very much.
Work already?
What's that?
Were you already at work?
Couple hours. 5:30 this morning.
Well, that's a good thing for this job. It's a good thing to all of us.
And I let the Missouri Road, I let the MRWA know that they have an open invitation to utilize our facility anytime they want. There's a couple reasons for that. One reason is they're getting other people to work to get up, plus I get a free person in there. I bet we forgot to paint. Did we bring the paint for us? Okay, we brought the paint for you.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, I miss being across the street, let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't have anybody that's sitting on the porch very often when I go out there.
I know, I miss that. See, I don't have a porch anymore. I got a nice back deck for quiet,
Yeah.
and it is quiet and nice. Yeah, Debbie keeps saying, do you like this house? Do you like this house? I say, yeah, I like this house. But she just fell in love with it.
Where, the water's getting in down there.
And, you know, if people talk about
Oh, no, we ran our cameras through there.
construction and all that stuff.
We didn't really see, we found a couple roof drains, but for the amount we've got
So
coming
we
in, that doesn't make
moved
any
out to
sense.
subdivisions,
So our next
right?
step is
You know,
smoke test.
new construction over here,
Smoke testing, it's a
new
good tool,
construction
but
coming over
it
there.
always causes problems. So we're gonna have to smoke test Market Street. Now, I am bringing in all of that area that was yellow, orange, which was deemed as fair or needed, that's all gonna be
Out the
slip line
back
this year,
door.
along with a couple other lines we have problems with outside of this area.
so somebody develops
But yeah,
that.
to see the number, the bill that came in.
It's coming.
We saw with the.
Yeah, it's coming, and it's,
The gentleman at the end here might have something to
Next
say
step is
about
smoke
what
testing.
goes
It's coming from somewhere. We know that, but, cause we can see it even on Walnut Street. When it rains, we get an inch and a half rain.
See how far
Walnut
we go.
Street goes up to about 14 feet.
Kind of slow here at some point. I
We
think
know
that-
now, by doing all the work and everything, we know it's this side, but trying to find it, so. No, but we'll just slip line the hell out of things. But Market Street.
You know,
slip
my
line,
question
we did Market
is-
Street Back when they redid it all, when they.
they're
had
gonna
that
develop,
big-
they're gonna do this, gonna do that, they'll be ready for occupancy in December.
When is that,
Well, how the hell are you gonna build that in 6
Yeah,
months?
so that line's been
Because
slip
they're not
lined.
started yet.
So,
It's only one.
Talking about the
yeah,
new
it's gotta be
town homes
something
down on
coming in from
Fox.
outside that we're not seeing. So smoke testing will tell us that, it's not slip line and everything,
It's happening.
we'll seal it up, but yeah, it's,
Can't put his,
just when you think it's